Okay, so today we have a ranked sprint battle, me and the Nicholas, and this was pretty close to the end of my quest for rank 1. I think I was rank 2 and I had one victory to go after this one. I would call this a carry. I didn't do it entirely by myself, but you'll see at the end. So starting off, going to the center with the other destroyer. I'm not usually a fan of epicenter with ranked. It can be difficult to bail out of the middle if you're spotted. However, I figured I'll go one side of this island and another destroyer at least will go to the other side. I have one guy with me. We had a carrier in this match, I believe a couple battleships, a cruiser. And a game like this is actually very good for the Nicholas because it's really a gunboat. The torpedoes, although they do a lot of damage and are fast and you have a lot of them, they only are 5.5 kilometers of range. So you really can't stealth torp. Although you can, if somebody's charging toward you, you can torpedo at about 6.5 and they may run into it. But torpedoes are definitely not your main armament in this boat. Although you'll see in this game they were pretty important. So we encounter the enemy destroyer, open fire, and it does not appear that I'm drawing too much fire, which is good. And he disappears into a smoke screen. So I'm going to torpedo, I believe I was. Avoid his torpedoes pretty easily. And luckily, when he went into the smoke, it shielded me from everybody else. Now okay, I'm torpedoing behind the island to see if anybody comes around. Oh yeah, that other destroyer there. Hoping he'll sail into it. There's now 3 of us in the center cap. And there's the other destroyer. He gets hit and wrecked before my torpedoes even had a chance. So good on whoever did that. And we are capturing the center. Luckily we have frightened that guy out. Oh, and there's the other destroyer. So I'm going to open up on him. Luckily nobody else is in a position to shoot at me. Our destroyer gets vaporized. I'm sorry, our cruiser, I believe. Or is that a destroyer? And I'm going to gunboat this guy down. See, the rate of fire is almost like a gearing. I mean, it's just really fast. Sorry for the stuttery replay bug there. And we take him out. But unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, the other destroyer gets into it, and he starts shooting me. Now, he goes behind this island, but I figure this is the perfect time for Nicholas torpedoes. He's within my range, so I'm going to fire one set at the indicator and one set right at the entrance around the corner, figuring if he slows down as soon as he comes around, maybe he'll run into those. But if he continues on his present speed, he'll run into the others. Now I torpedo here and just in case the Furitaka sped up and ran into those. So the guy comes around, he misses the first set, but luckily one torpedo from the second set connects and does massive damage to him. So taking him out is not going to require too much more. And blap, there he goes. Yeah, I'm not sure if you notice any lag on this replay, but oh well. The replay system for World of Warships is flawed to say the least. So now it's 3v3. Now I smoke up to try to shoot this guy, do some damage. And luckily he's run aground, so I can farm him. My torpedoes aren't going to hit, but that's all right. He's getting shot by me and my teammate, and he is blapped. So now it seems like we're ahead. We've got the cap, and we've got a ship advantage. That doesn't last very long, though, here, unfortunately. So we got the enemy Texas up there. Take a few shots at him. His guns, I don't think, are pointed at me, so I'm going to shoot a little bit, see if I can do some chip damage to him. And we capture the middle epicenter ring. Okay, so now I figured my teammates can hopefully take care of the Texas. Since my torpedoes, oh, and there's a strike from the carrier. I popped defensive AA, but it didn't really do enough, and I got hit, put on fire, but luckily only one fire, and I still have a lot of health. So I figured my ship is not really that great against a battleship, especially because I can't stealth torp, and I can't shoot him very well unless I'm in smoke or behind an island. So I thought I'll go after this carrier that is attacking me and can potentially keep my teammates spotted, and also since I'm this way anyway. And at this point, I kind of thought we had the game in the bag because we got a lot of points ahead. So firing some long-range HE, and I don't know what happened to the volume. The volume appears to have disappeared. I don't know why. Well, the rest of the video, just make believe there's sound. So we get some shots on this carrier, and I believe my teammate is firing also. He's on fire. So we're just going to keep raining down shots on him. Up, and we got sound back. That's a glitch. All right, so I've switched to AP, trying to get some citadels on him. I'm not able to do that, unfortunately, but he's burning and he's pretty low. So I figured we got this. Unfortunately, in the meanwhile, my teammate has died. So now it is just the CV and myself against a Texas and a CV, although the CV on their team is about to go down. And I don't get the kill on that one, but I did the lion's share of damage, I believe. So unfortunately now, the enemy Texas is capping. He is in the middle ring, and he's going to get the points back. And there's still a lot of time in this game, so he could do this. I don't have that mod that tells me how much time I have and you know, depending on the point calculations at the moment. So I'm just approximating. And because there's a lot of time in the game, and he's about to capture all 3 rings, so we won't gain any points. So I know that I have to, I'm going to have to get over there. Now, I had hoped that the carrier could have hit the Texas and stopped his points, or even sunk him for that matter. But it turns out the carrier says he has no planes left. So he's basically pretty much useless. One of the problems with these low-tier carriers is they have such small plane loads that they run out of planes pretty quickly if anybody shoots them down. So the enemy Texas is just about capped the middle, and I'm zooming over there as fast as I can go. I don't have speed boost because I'm running defensive AA. I generally think that was a wise choice in this ranked sprint season because there were a fair amount of carriers, certainly more than in the regular ranked. Even if I don't shoot down that many planes, it still is helpful. So I know he's in the center. I see him, and it looks like the carrier is trying to ram him, which is, both of these 2 ships are very slow, but it's hard to ram in a super slug tier 5 carrier. And sure enough, he is not able to ram. So that means I have to kill this guy. Since he's in the middle, I can't get any points until he is out of the middle. So I'm going to take a risk, come around this corner and shoot some torpedoes. And hoping they'll hit him and my friendly carrier won't reach him. Although as it turns out, they were actually pretty close to him. So sending some more torpedoes back. I know that he's not shooting at me because he's concentrating on the carrier. Shoot a little bit, switch to HE. And there's a high caliber. I found a high caliber is actually pretty easy to get in ranked sprints. Just because there's so few ships per side. You don't have to damage as many. So there goes our carrier. Luckily not to my torpedoes. Although it's theoretical that they could have hit him. So now I'm kind of in a bind here. He's going to spot me in a moment, and I'm hoping I can torpedo him. I'm also hoping his guns are not facing me completely. So he's in the middle ring, so I can get into the center. Ooh, I take a big hit there. So I'm capping the middle, but I'm in trouble because he's just coming right, or not coming right to me, but he's within blapping range. So I'm going to smoke up in here and see if I can at least cap the middle. Get some points. Launch some torpedoes to where my RPF indicator was showing. And hopefully he shoots at me and then gives away his position so I can maybe set him on fire a little bit. And there he goes. Fired. My torpedoes missed, but I can launch this other set because I know he's going to have to come in for me. He can't just run away because I do have the points advantage, and even though it's tenuous, he has to come back in and get me out of the center because I can just flee behind this smoke screen a bit and get points. So I'm going to fire where the RPF indicator is, and there I got a hit. No flooding though, unfortunately. So fire again at the RPF indicator. You see that hemisphere up on top? That shows me in what direction the closest ship is. And since he's the only ship, it's obviously him. So again, the Nicholas has torpedo launchers on each side. So I can fire 2 sets from one side and then turn the ship around and fire 2 from the other. And I'm running a high caliber flag, which I believe increases my torpedo reload. Actually, you know what? I don't think it does. I take that back. I do have torpedo reload though on this captain. This captain is Admiral Halsey. He has 17 points, and he's running torpedo reload expertise, and he's running survivability expert concealment. I believe adrenaline rush. Or no, I'm sorry. Maybe he's just running. I think he's just running last stand and preventative maintenance. And now I'm spotted. He's coming back in. And so, again, now I'm not sure. I think I might have been able to run and see if I could run the clock out here, but it was right on the edge, I think. Firing some more torpedoes, and I get another hit on him. Luckily, nope, still no flooding, but it's a reset at least. I'm going to fire a couple of shots just to keep him from getting points. I'm going to reset him, and he's got a volley out towards me, and luckily he misses. Get a couple resets on him, which of course helps delay his capture. But now I feel like I'm just going to try to sink this guy. He's coming toward me. I might get lucky. Even if I don't sink him, I'll keep resetting him. Then I'll come around the other side. So now I'm going to smoke up. I got my smoke, so I figured he'll shoot at me, and I'll get to see him. And I can continue to reset him a few more times. I've set him on fire. He puts it out. Another reset, and another reset. And luckily, I'm going to escape, but luckily my torpedoes are looking pretty good. And lo and behold, blap, the end. Thanks for watching.